Thank you so much for joining this lesson. We're going to discuss differentiation, number 20. The equation of a curve is y equals to 3x power 3 minus 4x power 2 plus 1. Determine part A, the gradient function of the curve. We're supposed to know that a gradient function of a curve is the derivative of a given function. Actually, the first derivative. So we have to derive y with respect to x for us to get the gradient function. So deriving this part now means in the first part, we drop the power of x, which is 3, so that it multiplies the constant which is already there. 3 power 3, okay, x power 3, the 3 is dropped here to multiply 3, so it will be 9. Then x now becomes squared minus, the power of x is 2. So 2 multiplies -4 to give us -8. And x, which was power 2, now becomes power 1. It's good for you to know that x at this point is power 0. That's why we have 1. X power 0, anything power 0 gives us 1. So that's why we're having the constant of 1 there. So now to differentiate this x, which is to power 0, now we have to multiply everything by 0 and the 1 disappears. So every constant disappears upon differentiation. And that said, our gradient function is already there. Part B of this question, we are told to find the gradient of the curve when x equals to 1. So the gradient m shall be given by, so the gradient m shall be given by 9, 1 squared minus 8 times 1. This is 9 minus 8, which is just 1. So that is the gradient at that particular point. Look at part C of the question. And as we get to part C, it's good I bring to your attention some of our programs here, Shifting Grades Online School. We're calling it One Term Ahead, which is running from 20th of November to 12th December. Those are 5 weeks of serious revision on Google Meet. So you can kindly join us. We'll be covering 2026 Term 1 work. Target groups shall be the junior school and also the secondary schools. So please enroll. The total payment has already been described here. You can reach out through our modes of payment and also through my WhatsApp number here. So you can call for more clarification. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining our programs. Part C, we need to find the equation of the tangent to the curve at point 2, 3. Therefore, we're supposed to know that equation of tangent, okay, gradient of tangent equals to gradient of curve. Gradient of tangent equals to gradient of curve, which is equal to the gradient of the curve. Therefore, following the same gradient function, we can first of all find the gradient of this tangent. So when x is 2, what will be gradient? This will be 9, 2 squared minus 8, 2. So this is going to give us 9 into 2 squared minus 8 into 2, giving us exactly 20. So the gradient is 20. So this is the gradient that we shall express using the coordinate, and another coordinate is let to be xy. So we say 20 as the gradient is given by change in y minus 3, out of change in x minus 2. Then at this point, we can do some cross multiplication. The cross multiplication will give us, let me divide my space here, to have y minus 3 equals to 20x minus 40. Then we arrange terms to remain with y. 20x minus 40 plus 3 becomes minus 37. So this is the equation of the tangent at the given point. A very simple working. Then look at part D. The angle, the tangent to the curve at 2, 4 makes with the x-axis, correct, to 1 decimal place. So what we're supposed to know that, given a certain angle, let's say this is the x-axis, we should know that the number of units here, which are changing y, the number of units here changing x, then there is an angle here. The tangent to this angle is also equal to the gradient of the same angle, gradient of this line. So gradient of line AB, gradient of line AB is given by change in y over change in x, and it's also the tangent of theta. So we will say that gradient of the above line, which is 20, is also equal to the tan of the angle made by the same line and the x-axis. So tan of theta equals to 20, meaning that to get the angle, we need the tan inverse of 20. So we get now tan inverse of 20, and this gives us 87.14. 87.14, which is just 87.1 degrees, because we've been told to 1 decimal place. So we're supposed to obey instructions, follow instructions keenly. Look at number 20, part E. The equation of the line L, which passes through the same point and is perpendicular to the tangent. So a line perpendicular to another means that the first gradient times the second one should give us -1. Now that we have gradient 1 as 20, then gradient 2 shall be the reciprocal with opposite sign. So that when -1 over 20 is multiplied by 20, we get the product of -1. So with that knowledge now, we can express this particular gradient using a point xy. Yeah, using a point xy and the provided coordinate. So change in y shall give us y minus 3. Change in x minus 2. Cross multiplication will give us 20y minus 60 equals to -x positive 2. So 20y equals to -x, then positive 62. We can remain with y, -1 over 20, x plus 62 over 20, 31 over 10. So now we are having the final equation, or the equation of the line, which is a perpendicular to the tangent, which had been communicated in the previous statement. Just as we finish, how do you charge airtime in your phone? Simply go to your M-Pesa, Lipa na M-Pesa option. The pay bill number is attached, 737,356. Account number is the phone number that you're purchasing the airtime for. You purchase any amount, then the airtime shall be reflected instantly. Thank you. See you another time.